Hello guys, good morning to everyone, it's me Thales. This is my channel about English language. I cover from basic to advanced throughout 4 different playlists. Basic playlist about grammar and vocabulary, right? We have basic vocab, basic grammar. All basic playlists have explanations in Portuguese, whereas the intermediate advanced playlists about grammar and vocabulary as well are entirely in English. This video is named Advanced Idioms, right, / vocabulary, right? It's part of that playlist and it's aimed at advanced students, right, to help them understand idioms and vocabulary as well. Okay? Before we begin, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell and give the thumbs up if you enjoy the content from my videos. I upload videos almost every day, right? Give the thumbs up, share with your friends. We have more than 450 videos available, and every day, almost every day, there is new content about either vocabulary or English grammar, right? Let's get started with today's video. What are we going to talk about? I found this picture on the internet at knowyourphrase.com, and it illustrates what we will study today. This is a dog barking, right? He's barking, but he's barking at the wrong tree. He's barking up the wrong tree, actually, right? We have 2 trees here, and this dog is barking up the wrong tree because the cat he wants to catch is in another tree. So what's the meaning of this expression? When you say you are barking up the wrong tree, it means that you are wasting your effort, right? You are at a wrong direction or direction when you speak British, right? I found out today because some videos I watch, I see the pronunciation direction and direction. Both are correct, but you just pay attention that direction is British English, whereas direction is American English. So that's the meaning of bark up the wrong tree. We will see a set of 5 examples I took from the internet, and we will explore the meaning. I may ask you some questions, as well as give you some hints about English grammar as well. But remember, my channel has content dedicated to English grammar, so you can search throughout my playlists, okay? Don't forget it. All right, the first example. If he expects to borrow money from me, he is barking up the wrong tree. Okay, so here we have a conditional sentence, right? If he expects to borrow money from me. What is borrow money from? When you borrow money from, it means that you take money from someone or from the bank, for example. I need to borrow some money from the bank. When you use borrow, the preposition we use is from, okay? Have you ever borrowed money from anyone or from the bank? Or I will ask you a different question. What about lend some money? Lend, it's when you give money to a person or when the bank lends money to you. So, for example, I lent money to him. It means that I took some money and lent money to him. Lend is an irregular verb, right? So the simple past is like this, right? It doesn't have a pattern, you have to memorize it. So lend requires preposition to, right? Borrow requires, on the other hand, preposition from. Now let's understand the meaning. If he expects to borrow money from me, he is barking up the wrong tree. It means that if he wants to take, he won't get any money from me. He is wasting his time if he has this expectation to borrow money from me, because I won't borrow money from me. He won't borrow money from me. So it's like barking up the wrong tree, right? This is the dog. The dog is barking up this tree instead of this. Or you could say, he wants to take money from me, but the money is not here, it's there, it's elsewhere, right? I won't be the one to borrow money. I won't be the one to lend money to him. Let's see the second example. I tried to get information from the receptionist about him, but he was just a temporary employee. So I was barking up the wrong tree. Okay, so this is business-related vocabulary, right? I want to get information about a certain person, right? I want to know more about him, but the receptionist says, oh no, he's just a temporary employee. So he wasn't what I wanted, right? He wasn't what I was looking for. So summarizing, I was barking up the wrong tree. I went to the wrong place to get information. No, I got the receptionist was temporary. So this receptionist didn't know anything about the company. I needed to ask this question to someone else. Maybe someone more important, someone who really works in the company for more time. So that person would be able to provide me more information about a person, okay? The third example, you're barking up the wrong tree if you think you will get into university with those grades. What does it mean? It means that I have very low grades, okay? Out of 10, for example, I'm like 6 out of 10 student. It means I'm on average. I'm not exceptional student. I get average, kind of bad, rather bad grades. And if I'm thinking that I will be able to get into a good university with those grades, but another person says to me, you're barking up the wrong tree. So you have to lower your expectation. You are thinking, you are wasting your effort. You are at a wrong direction because you think you will get a result, right? You have expectations that won't be accomplished at all. About those two questions, think of a situation where you were barking up the wrong tree regarding information, regarding expectations, right? Something that you wanted to be true, or you were putting so much effort on in something, and then you realize that the effort was fruitless, right? You wouldn't get anything from it. My mother barked up the wrong tree when she accused me of stealing. Yeah, sometimes it happens when you live in a home with, when you have brothers or sisters and something is missing from your home, and either your mother or your father says, oh, where is it? You stole my money, you stole that, or this object, this thing, this money, this object is missing. And then my mother says that I am responsible for the item's disappearance, not necessarily. So she barked up the wrong tree. Why? Because I wasn't responsible of stealing the item. It was my sister. My sister was responsible for doing that, or my brother was responsible for doing that. And last but not least, if you think I ate your food, you're barking up the wrong tree. I wasn't even at home this weekend. So, as you can see, this expression is about having the wrong impression, having the wrong, you are following one direction, but it's wrong, okay? I think you ate my food, but no, it's wrong. I didn't eat your food. So you're barking up the wrong tree because you are accusing me of eating your food, but I wasn't even at home that weekend. So it's not my responsibility. It wasn't me. So you must investigate further to find the one who was responsible for eating your food. Okay, so this expression is very straightforward. It's very easy to understand. In Portuguese, I guess we don't have, you can't translate this expression to Portuguese because it won't make sense, right? You have to understand it by its context. And I could say it applies to every single idiom you have in English. Most idioms you have in English, they aren't related. You can't translate them, take them by the literal meaning, right? You won't be able to understand the expression if you just translate word by word. You need to understand the context. You need to memorize some phrasal verbs because both Americans and British people use phrasal verbs, idioms all the time. If you want your language to be more authentic, you need to memorize more phrasal verbs and expressions. I know some expressions, but I must admit that it's never too much, right? The more you study this universe of phrasal verbs, the more you realize that it's just a fraction of what you need to memorize or you need to know. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed today's video. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye. Have a good time.